Hello. So this is an interpretation of how you can actually uh, read a paper. Yeah. So here's my code, and I have applied this certain library, which is adversarial robustness toolbox, and there was a method, a fast gradient method. Today we are learning that I just need the agenda how fast gradient method works. We can only get the gist of the paper. That's fine. Paper. I don't like the Chrome method, but it's not mandatory. I will anyway go to explore. I preferred you can use PDF. It's not the same. Like, we got this available. So we will write this first, then we can move first. I will just go there. So what's happening is here, this is the abstract part, right? So a paper mainly consists of an abstract, obviously the introduction, and then some methodologies, and then finally some experiments with some results to clarify their methodology and get some insights, more insights. It's like you are presenting a theory and then you do some examples and you're good to go. Yeah. And here we are only work for a fast gradient method, right? Yeah. And we found it. So I actually searched for it. So let's see what are they doing here. So this is fast gradient design method. Here, theta be the parameters of a model. So first, I would like to read the equation. It says eta epsilon naught sine del x j theta xy. So here's the thing. Xy. So what I like to do is do some interpretation before reading. That's how it will be easy. So what's fast gradient method. If we know from previously that we were using adversarial, right? So obviously this is some sort of adversarial attack. What's adversarial attack? Adversarial attack is the kind of attack which we do intentionally to get our data have some noise, and thus if we use the data, say we transmit it, we give to another person, they don't know completely what we had in the original data, and it is a form of privacy preservation, we can say. Yeah, it's used for security purposes. So here XY can be our input and target, which is basically input set. Theta should be an parameter, and del X, I don't know, I guess some sort of gradient function, because gradient and we know it's represented like this. Okay, let's see. So theta be the parameters of a model. Okay, fine. It's be the input of the model, y targets. Okay, so these are the target input data, and this is the target. Say you have image of a car, so that and this car. So this is x and this is y, and then and j theta xy is the cost to train the neural network. Okay. So j is basically the parameter which indicates how much it will take for the neural network to train. We can linearize the cost function around the current value of theta. Theta is basically, you can say WB of neural network if you are familiar with neural network, you understand obtaining an optimal max norm continuous perturbation. Okay. Now generating adversarial examples, note that the required gradient can be computed efficiently by backpropagation. Okay, see ImageNet. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, so applied in, now we are interested in the figure, and then we will go back. So fast Indian sign method is applied to logistic regression where it is not. Okay, the weights of a logistic regression. Okay, so this A, and then the sign of the weights of a logistic regression training model. Okay. So what's happening is I am searching about optimal perturbation, and okay, so this was the, it had some base of complex numbers, say 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, -2, -6, 4, and if we sign, let's say signed, which is plus will be 1, and the minus will be 0. So it's just this matrix. And then low capacity perturbation. Perturbation is just trade-off between system performance improvement and user optimality loss due to perturbation. Okay. So CM missed 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Fast radiant signed adversarial examples for logistic regression model. So eta is just a parameter that how polluted you want the data to be. Here we can see, say for 7, the background is pretty good, but here it's hazy, right? So you can't quite understand it. So yeah, that's the thing. And what we see, the sign of the gradient is just sign. Okay, that's fine. That's what we predicted. See, it works. It works every time. So what happens is you can put it to the data. Uh, so the data will lose some information. It won't give you all the grays, all the shade of grays, but it will certainly give you a certain image. See, this is still this is still clear to us. This is 7, this is 3, this is 8, but the data are disturbed, and then we can also do use it in between. So yeah, and just the weights are also done by this. And here, my code, so so here what happens is attacks and it generates. So, so it generated the adversarial example, and then we predicted it was not classified properly. And then we also tried to fit with the training process, and that is where importing noise to the weights, passes, yeah, so how it's working. And it, that's how you read paper when you need to know only a certain part of it, not the whole.